In teaching grade 5, agriculture refers to the food and goods such as rice, pulses, cotton, sugarcane, oil, seed, and etc. While in teaching grade 6, you will learn to demonstrate an understanding of scientific practices in planting trees and fruit trees, and in processes in animal or fishing raising. We are the group 6 and we will be discussing about agriculture. So, I will be discussing the propagating trees and fruit-bearing trees. But first, let us know what is propagating trees. So, propagating trees is usually carried out vegetatively or non-sexually by grafting or budding a desired variety onto a suitable rootstock. This involves a cutting of wood from a desirable parent tree which is grown on to produce a new plant or clone on the original. There are two types of propagation, the asexual and sexual. So sexual involves the union of the pollen or male with the egg or female to produce a seed. While the asexual, it involves taking part of one parent plant and causing it to regenerate itself into a new plant. So what are the benefits of planting trees? So trees are valuable to family and the community for the products and amenities they give, such food like fruits and vegetables, nuts and sugar. Also, wood used as fuel for cooking and heating. The next one is fruit-bearing trees. Fruit-bearing trees is a tree which bears fruit that is consumed or used by humans and some animals. All trees that are flowering plants produce fruit, which are the ripened ovaries of flowers containing one or more seeds. So the benefits of fruit-bearing trees help people become connected to the growing process while also providing a nutritious food source and food security. Also has many helpful environmental benefits from cleaner air to reduce energy costs and green jobs. Are the importance of planting trees and propagating trees and fruit-bearing trees. So the importance of this is that trees give oxygen that we need to breathe. This reduces the amount of storm, water runoff, which reduces erosion and pollution in our waterways and may reduce the effort of flooding. So these are the list of the successful orchard growers in the community or adjacent communities. So the first one is Patricio Base with his 3-hectare plantations of watermelon, honey, melons, and papaya. He produces crop years round in Alicia Isabela. So the second one is Edita Dakuy. Edita Dakuy ventured into dragon fruit business when she was told how the fruit can help relieve constipation problem, a condition common to cerebral palsy patients. So the third one is Alfredo Yao. He is the juice king of the Philippines. Also owns a farm in Negros Occidental aside from Zesto Corporation. The fourth one is Sinura Fruit in Pampanga. It has 1,000 guapol trees, few mangoes trees, and calamansi. And the last one is Anon Florida Blanca. Anon Florida Blanca has fruit-bearing trees, 600 calamansis, 35 mango, and other assorted fruits. So these are the famous farms in the country. So the first one is Merlo Agricultural Corporation, owned by Jose Mercado. This orchard is known for coffee beans. The most well-known products by Mr. Mercado is the infamous Kapeng Barako. The second one is RefMad Farms, owned by Edita Dapungkuy. This farm is located in Ilocos Norte, Philippines. This is the largest dragon fruit farm in the Philippines. And lastly, Rosa Farms, a mango and plants orchard agritourism site which is located in San Antonio Boundary, Zambales.
Types of orchard. There are 4 types of orchard: fruit orchard, nut orchard, seed orchards, and other types of orchard. Fruit orchards. They include any object focused on trees yielding fruit. Some popular options are apples, date, olives, plum, pears, and much more. Citrus fruits such as containing lemon, orange, or lime can be grown altogether in large citrus orchards or individually in smaller establishments. Plantations that grow shrubs that bear fruit usually do not fall in this category. These include berries and other non-tree fruit. Orchard, they include a large number of trees bearing nuts. The cultivation of nuts has recently become increasingly popular with local fruit growers. Nut orchard includes the growth of walnuts, pecans, cashews, and almonds. This category includes cocoa and coconut. Some orchard owners produce pines for their edible pine nuts. Orchards that focus on this type of pine production also fall in this category. Seed orchard. These are orchards that don't plant fruits or nuts, but instead plant trees that focus on getting seedlings. These seedlings are then sold further for commercial use. Other types of orchard. Some orchards cannot be classified into any of the previous 3 categories. These growers do not grow fruits, nuts, or transplant. This group includes Christmas tree farms, which produce pine trees and holly for the holidays. There are others as well, like maple sugar or maple syrup production. Some even consider coffee producing facilities into this type of orchard. In planning to build orchard, it is a must to conduct a survey because there are trees that grows only in a certain type of soil, climate, location, and season. Trees suited for orchard gardening based on location are the following. On hillside, it is best to plant coconut tree, mango, pili nut, and palm tree. On a slope land, it is best to plant mango, coconut, cashews, palm tree, and pili nut. In a valley, durian, banana, papaya, mangosteen tree are best to plant there. In a plain land, banana, mango, citrus fruits, dragon fruit, jackfruit, guava, star apple, santol, and coconut are the ones that being planted there. Trees suited for orchard gardening based on climate. In an elevated place, grape and pomelo tree. In low or warm places, mango, coconut, banana, guava, and durian tree. In dry season, banana, pili nut, palm trees, dragon fruit, papaya, guava, and star apple. In wet seasons, durian, banana, and mango. Trees that are best suited for orchard gardening based on market demand. Year-around are bananas, mango, citrus fruit, papaya, and coconut tree. Trees suited for orchard gardening based on market demand. If you wish to have a fruit that is available all year around, these are banana, mango, citrus fruits, papaya, and coconut. Seasonal fruits are jackfruit, dragon fruit, lansanas, star apple, and durian. Proper way of propagating fruit-bearing trees. First, marketing or air layering induces the stem to develop roots while it is still growing on the mother plant. Number 2. Grafting, a plant propagation method that involves inserting a shone into a stalk so that they will form a union and grow together. Number 3. Budding. Budding is the process of transferring the lateral bud taken from the shone to the stalk of the same family. Care of fruit tree seedlings. Here are some ways to keep plants healthy. Number 1. Water the plants twice a day. Do this in the early morning and in the late afternoon. Next, apply fertilizer in the soil. Use organic fertilizer. Next is cultivate the soil around the plant to allow the roots to breathe. Next, exterminate pests or insects. Next is pull the grass or weeds surrounding the plant because they compete for the nutrients which are intended for the plants. Second to the last, remove dried leaves and cut carefully the dried or infected branches. And lastly, monitor the growth of the plant.
Hello everyone, my name is Angeline Milgar, and for this time, I am going to discuss about propagating trees and fruit-bearing trees using the scientific processes. But before that, let's identify first the appropriate tools and equipment in plant propagation and their uses. Tools and equipment in plant propagation and their uses. First is hoe. Hoe is a tool used in digging and loosening hard dry soil. It has a thin blade across the end of a long handle. Next is rake. Rake is a long-handled tool having a bar at one end with teeth in. It is used for smoothing the soil and gathering loose leaves, hay, or straw. Another one is trowel. It is a tool with a curved blade used for loosening the ground and taking up small plants. Another is axe. Axe is a tool with a flat sharp blade fastened to a handle used for cutting trunk of trees and their branches. Another is crowbar. Crowbar is a straight, heavy iron bar pointed at one end about 4 feet in length that is used for digging holes and for planting seeds. This tool is one of the most important in gardening. This is bolo. Bolo is a tool with a wooden or metal handle in which a long blade is attached. It is used for cutting tall grasses and branches of trees. This one is shovel. Shovel is a broad scope attached to a handle. It is used to dig, lift, and throw loose matter. This one is fork. Fork is a tool resembling a table fork but much bigger in size. It is used in digging and preparing the soil for the plants. Another is water sprinkler. Water sprinkler is a can with a spout to sprinkle water on the plants. Plants should be watered every day to make them grow healthier. Another is wheelbarrow. Wheelbarrow is used to transfer soil, plants, and other materials from one place to another. Another one also is hose. Hose is used for watering seedlings arranged in mass. Another is sprayer. Sprayer is used for spraying chemicals to eliminate plant seeds. Another one is weighing scale. Weighing scale is used for weighing plants, seeds, and fertilizers. Another is pieces of wood or bamboo. It is used as fences of seed boxes and plats to protect plants from being destroyed by animals. Another is pruning shears. It is used for cutting small branches, including the unnecessary branches. And the last is garden gloves. It is used while working in the garden. It is made of strong rubber to protect from thorns and withstand punctures. Now that we already know the appropriate tools and equipment in plant propagation, let's proceed to the scientific ways of propagating fruit-bearing trees. Marcoting or air layering. It induces the stem to develop roots while it is still growing on the mother plant. Grafting, a plant propagation method that involves inserting a scion into a stalk so that they will form a union and grow together. Budding, the process of transferring the lateral bud taken from one scion to the stalk of the same family. Layering, a process wherein an uncut branch or a shoot touches the ground or soil, develops roots, and becomes an independent plant. Enarching, it is a process where the scion is united with its rootstock. This is done by selecting a growing rootstock and fitting it with a branch that will be grafted by means of longitudinal cut. In propagating trees and fruit-bearing trees, we have to remember the following.
Planting trees gives us a lot of advantages such as source of food, materials for livelihood, trees gives us oxygen and many more. But in doing this, we must observe proper precautions and safety measures because we might be exposed to illnesses or diseases. Here are the 5 major things that you should keep in mind when you are going to propagate fruit-bearing trees. First, protect yourself and keep it being safe through wearing a protective gear. Wearing this keeps you from poisonous or harmful sprays. This includes wearing hairnet, hand gloves, apron, boots, and if needed, protective eyeglass and face mask. Second, check the tools and equipments that you're going to use. Check if it is still working properly. Third, follow the instructions in using the tools and equipments. Also, follow the steps in propagating fruit-bearing trees. Fourth, when at work, do not let anything distract you. Focus yourself on the thing that you are doing. Lastly, when you are in need of help, do not hesitate to ask it. In discussing the topic observing proper measures and safety precautions in propagating trees, you may use the lecture style.
And for the animal and fish raising, okay, let's start to what is livestock farming. Okay, livestock farming is the rearing of animals for food and for other human uses. The word livestock applies primarily to cattle or dairy cows, chickens, goats, pigs, horses, and sheep. Today, even animals like a donkey, mules, rabbits, and insects such as bees are being raised as part of the livestock farming. Raising animals like pigs and fish will not just serve as a source of food, but also a source of income. Have you gone to the wet market with your mother to buy fish or meat? Have you seen a small stall selling goats or gone to a pet store? These are the animals that can be raised. A four-legged animals are goat, cow, pig, and many more. Okay, let's talk about the goat. Okay, goat, they can be easy to raise. They are herbivores or plant eaters. They only eat grass, herbs, tree leaves, and other plants materials They are raised for their meat and milk. And also, the goats are a versatile animals that can provide milk, meat, and weed control. Some breeds of goats are raised for fibers that is spun into yarn. They are mostly easy to keep, friendly, and comical addition to the family farm, and goats can be a handful. Okay, the second one is about the cow. Okay, cow is raised in many reasons. Their milk is the major ingredients in making cheese and other dairy products. Their meat is a source of food. Skin is used as the raw materials for making bags and shoes. They are also used as work animals to pull carts and to plow fields. Okay, the third one is pig. Pig is also known as hog or swine. Their meat, its entrails are in demand as a food. They are sold for other reasons besides source of food. They can be sold as a breeder or a piglets to be raised by other growers. Okay, pigs also are the popular form of livestock with more than 1 billion pigs butchered each year worldwide. Pigs are used for human food but also supply skin, fat, other materials used or clothings, ingredients for process and food cosmetics and medical use. For fish farming, tilapia have proved to be the most profitable. As they grow bigger, they can be grown in fish water like pond, tanks, and cage system. Tilapia, they have several colors. Some of tilapias are red and black, and most well known as species. The fresh tilapia is also an excellent source of phosphorus, niacin, selenium, vitamin B12, and potassium. Okay, the second fish is bangus, or known as milkfish. Milkfish is a main aquaculture product in the Philippines. It survives in confined fresh or salty water fish. They are grown as a source of food. Their meat is tasty. It is also referred to the national fish of the Philippines. Milkfish or bangus is very popular for its milky taste. Milkfish also requires no special kind of feed or its diet. Milkfish can be harvested after 7 to 10 months of feeding. Okay, the bangus is the backbone of the Philippines of aquaculture. The bangus farming has been regarded by the most fishery expert because when we eat bangus, it melts sweet fish and its melt in the mouth belly fat, and the bangus is the most favorite fish of the Filipino. Okay, the third one is the catfish. A catfish resembles cat whiskers. This fish has become a staple food for many Filipinos, especially in the Tagalog region. Catfish can be harvested between 4 to 6 months of feeding. Catfish are easy to farm in warm climates. It raised in a land pond. It is very profitable, but growing catfish is successfully requires daily attention. Some of the hazard of harm to be avoided in raising animals as far can directly cause injuries such as skin cuts or release of toxin. Animals can transmit also certain infectious diseases such as salmonella and leptospirosis. Second, confining so many animals in one place produced much more waste than the surrounding land can handle. This condition results in pollution. Third, the accumulation of animal waste causes respiratory problems, skin infections, and other diseases. Okay, fourth, pesticide exposure can cause short-term and long-term illnesses to caretaker. And fifth, noise from livestock can badly affect your ears. To prevent or to avoid hazards or these hazards, these are the ways to prevent. And first, regularly walk around or inspect the farm to see if there is a damage in the fences. Second, use appropriate safety equipment in animal fish raising. Third, make sure that all the equipment are in a good condition. Fourth, understand and follow safety rules and guidelines. Fifth, ask the help of expert in preparing safety guidelines to be observed when in the farm. And for the successful people in the animals fish raising businesses, these are first, Sir Jeffrey Lim. He has been involved in the business at an early age for his family ran a noodle factory. His business inspiration came from a request from his friend to have a goat as a gift for his friend's birthday. He thought that since many farmers raise goats, he can easily source it. He also realized that there is more that he can do to use these goats for business, which is goat breeding. He and his wife started raising 6 goats in 2001. In 2004, he decided to convert his goat breeding hobby into full-blown business venture. His goat breeding venture began as soar, and in 2009, he was able to sell more than 400 goat breeders. GSG is also expanding into related business like goat milk production and feta cheese. Today, his business continues to gain profit in goat raising has been gold mine since he started. And also Josefina Maca. Josefina found out that fish vending is a good source of livelihood. She started by buying and selling bulinaw, a kind of dried fish. Through hard work and passion, her business grew and she is now a supplier to different provinces of Mindanao. And Martin and Pilomar Isaita. This too begins a poultry business since 1994. The close to 55,000 daily eggs produced of Gimson Marketing has been the gem and son of the Martin and his wife Pilomar Alzatea. When they were started, Martin did not have the background of poultry business, but with the help of Pilomar parents who are into this line of business, he learned the process slowly but surely. Martin and Pilomar started with 3,000 chicken and this has grown to over 60,000 today. Despite many challenges and setbacks through their race, they through the years, hard work, determination, and fortitude are the 2 keys to success. Their determination to succeed comes from the fact that there will also be demand for eggs in the market. Today, Martin and Pilomar are continuously searching ways to improve the production and produce quality to have a stronger market demands and trust.